Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Habbage Does Maths. That's right. 16 plus 1 equals 17. Old grand splash screens. We love you so. We're in 18 now, and it's going to take a moment to load up here. We're coming at you bright and early. It's not even that bright yet. I think we're still waiting. I didn't actually stick my head outside yet to see. I think the sun is still just hiding behind, probably not the true horizon, but like the buildings and stuff that are out to my east. So, got a little minute to wait for that fun eventuality. But yeah, this is man, I'm excited to continue our adventure a little bit, but I hope you guys are excited too. We're sitting up on top of a mountain. Um, no, we're not. We're in the savannah. The mountain was back that way, wasn't it? Um, all right, let's go. Which way are we headed here? This is west. This is east. Um, real quick reset recap. This is our third episode where we've been out and about wandering. Really, this is the main thing we're working on is finding two more biomes, one of which we think is lush caves. The other, I honestly don't have any clue. Um, but we'll keep, keep, keep plugging away. Now, I think we'd kind of come through that eroded savanna, or windswept, or whatever it is. I think eroded, right? Um, let's go this way. I hope this is new stuff and we're not backtracking. I don't think we changed direction, did we? As you can tell, it's been just about a day since my last adventure, and oh my gosh, guys, I gotta tell you, it was so nice out yesterday, but I was a little toasty. I was silly to think that just going out in like a long sleeve, lightweight. It was a hooded thing, kind of lightweight, like but I wouldn't really call it a sweatshirt, like a traditional hoodie. Um, and I'm like, oh, it is December, so if I'm gonna go outside for the afternoon, I should probably wear something like that. And I was sweating. There was a like you got to understand in Colorado, and I'm guessing most mountainous areas, you can get nice warm weather. I haven't sipped my coffee yet this morning, and it is like I said, it's pre-sunrise. We're getting an early start today, and I'll talk more about that. But you got to know that um, when you have nice, unseasonably warm days in the mountains, this year's no winter excepted, um, usually, like, if you're looking at the weather report, this was kind of an old newspaper deal. I don't know where say you go to weather.com or something like that. And you're just looking at like a main page that has a bunch of big cities on it with temps. And you look and there's a place with mountains, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I've been noticing it was 30s and 40s recently, and now it's up to 65, something like that. It goes from wintry to spring like. I heard you, Creeper. Um, Usually, you can assume that that means that it is blowing a gale and absolutely miserable because it's that wind that warms everything up. Not yet. There wasn't a breath of air moving. It was just so nice and warm. It was really kind of weird. Took advantage of the nice weather to go play some disc golf, which dun, 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 I know none of you guys care. I don't care though. Um, I completed something that I kind of set out. It didn't really start as a 2021 deal, kind of as a pandemic deal, but um, I ended up playing disc golf at least one day every single month of this year. So January and February last winter, I picked nice mild days to get out, and today or yesterday was the uh, at least first of, if not only December day to get out and play some disc golf, and it was gorgeous, but really weird. Like you don't notice it, and last year with the pandemic, um, I want to say it was the day after Christmas, although it may have been Christmas Day, because pandemic, right? Nobody was doing anything, and we were still in the height of like full on social distancing, even from friends and all that. And so one of the things I did was meet up for a friend, and we played some disc golf. I'm not. Oh, okay. Stop freaking out, game. I didn't hit the tab. Um, ooh, this looks big. Now, I kind of think I'm teasing myself heading up on top of mountains and expecting lush caves. Does that seem stupid to you guys or legit? I haven't looked at anything. I haven't really even been inside to look at a computer since all that went down, other than to move from one loaded video to publish the next yesterday afternoon when I got back. Um, so I I don't know. We're just as aimlessly and purposefully less wandering as we did in the last episode. But that's fun. That's what we're here to do. So yeah, really, really nice, beautiful day, but it was crazy, and I hadn't noticed this before, how low the sun angle was. And at Christmas, you're actually closer to the shortest day of the year, December 22nd, I think, although that may drift between the 1st and the 2nd, so don't quote me on that. Than I was today, but it may have been like overcast or something that day, but the sun angle was so crazy low, and the kind of like the throwaway disc golf course, the hey, I got a few hours, I'm gonna go out. It's not it's got a little bit of distance to it on some of the holes, but it's not crazy challenging, and it's quick in and out. You can park, and if you need to, just walk away, and not feel like you missed anything. It's great for practicing. I get out there sometimes if I just want to throw some putts or something like that, and try to get a little better. All right, what is going to present itself as good options here? Yesterday we did get the Sound of Music advancement, which is nice to have. Um, but that's about it. Donkey, I need to know where to go. You and your kind were supposed to be my spirit animals. That's just all stone, pointing me to cool underground caves, but seem to kind of be failing at that. I'll just keep going out this way, I think, see where it takes us. Um, so yeah, it was, like the difference between bright sun and shade was wild. This one little park has a kind of a creek drainage ditch thing that goes down the middle of it, and it's all like stone edged and everything. And I think it has or had, well, it has, it didn't go anywhere, a concrete base to it, right? And um, then they put these, sandstone stones along the edge to, um, decorate it, make it look nice. And over the years, in places where it levels out or whatever, the sediment falls. So it acts naturally, and it is slowly in the slow spots. The dirt gathers up where it uh, precipitates out, um, and then vegetation and stuff grows there. So now there's a lot of like grasses and stuff like that that grow through it. And in winter, surprise, surprise, even though it's been pretty mild, most all that is dead. And there's a lot of like oozy, slimy stuff down kind of lower in the watery area. And so it was crazy because there's a few times we got to jump back and forth, but um, with all this dead, grassy glop in there, you couldn't really see the stones that you were stepping across between. And the the shadow light contrast was crazy. It was like super bright, and then you'd be looking and it was totally dark. So the one time, my discs didn't actually go into the slimy little creek, which sometimes they do, and that's always comical. But um, when they might like settle in against the rocks on the edge, yeah, it had been a while since I'd played, so I was a little rusty. Um, they'd settle in there. They were really hard to find. You had to kind of like walk up and down because it was just like the contrast. You'd have to like look from one side and then the other just to try to determine if they where these things were. So it was wild, but so nice. It was almost too hot, which is crazy. It's December. What's going on? I think we all know, but hey, that's life, and this is. I think hopefully, we all have some concern about our world and the environment, keeping it pleasant, but let's not pretend like we don't live in a constantly changing world either. And I'm saying this very, very cautiously. I am not a climate change denier or anything like that. Far from it. I'm out there. I've seen stuff change, but you know, some of the things that I see change are how much habitat and stuff we change that nobody talks about. When we talk about like pollution and all that kind of stuff, yeah, we should try to minimize and try to make um, healthier options for the planet appealing to everyone. Rather than just, I mean, everybody gets up in arms about, oh, I'm not going to be forced to take a vaccine or anything like that, but you get forced into buying certain products or not buying products all the time based on other mandates that go in. So I wish, that, if we really want to talk about it, let's talk about how single family homes and sprawling suburban new development is, you want to talk about irrevocable damage. Every time you take a little quarter-acre lot and put a big house and a big paved driveway and a three-car garage on it, and they're all sprawling and spread out, that's all stuff that can no longer allow plants to grow. So that's the kind of stuff I'm like, it just makes me shake my head. Like, it's everybody that gets you riled up and passionate about things like that. They're all playing a game, a version of a game, and whichever team you're on, it's one of those things. And of course, it's just very current right now in Colorado because we are having an unseasonably mild and warm summer and winter, and yeah, they're very well could and likely will be ramifications from this if we don't get some moisture in, what now we need to be like an 8 foot snow, and we may get that. All this may be an afterthought. I've seen it happen before. These are the kind of weather patterns that um, we like to conveniently forget about, and then each time they happen, go, oh my goodness, this is so crazy. Um, but again, I'm not denying that our human impact on the planet is big. Um, I just, I think if the politically motivating keep my team in office type arguments were as meaningful as they are dressed up to be, uh, there would be bigger targets than some of the stuff that gets talked about. Because air air cleans itself very well. So the whole pollutants and emissions and that kind of stuff, sure. Even though what at this point in our lives, what Western Europe and the United States and Canada, kind of um, the leaders of some of those arguments are already at a state where, um, compared to countries that don't care, we're at like drop in the bucket levels. And then we have forest fires or whatever, and those choke the planet. One big volcano in Iceland. Not only does that shut down the air travel, right? A couple of years ago we had that going on, but it absolutely spits. I mean, literally, that's the planet itself spitting pollutants into the atmosphere. And guess what? The planet does a really good job of cleaning those back up again. So, yeah, it's a concern. We don't want greenhouse gases to get overly saturated, but um, very much since the 1970s is when I believe Silent Spring came out, the book that kind of is marked as starting um, the environmental movement. Although conservationism and some of those kind of things have been around for a long, long time, so that's just our modern sense of it. Um, but as those things gain, I just wish people would, you know, hey, let's look at some of the things that, yeah, that, we might not be able to view our economy, the United States, American folks here, we're going to be able to view our economic health as a nation quite as easily because housing starts is a thing, construction industry is a thing. Um, but when you want to talk about efficiency of that, um, apartments and urban areas are more efficient. You get your folks out in the wilderness growing foods and raising animals and all that to be used, and then for uh, this is going to sound very science fiction, but like for domiciles, you should saturate those. Now, the problem is we've marketed this American dream as um, a single family detached home with kids and a yard to play in and all that kind of stuff, and that's the bit that I think could be rethought out. But don't underestimate that I'm a product of that. All of that. I had a wonderful childhood in a suburban home that my parents worked hard to provide for me and my sister, and we were on the edge of undeveloped lands, that we used to go and run free and play in. Back in a day when parents weren't weren't questioned. Oh yeah, they're kids. They know they're supposed to be home for dinner, and you would get in big trouble if you didn't come back. But while they generally knew where we were, oh yeah, they're up in the woods or whatever. And for us, those seemed like massive. Oh, you were going to the woods. It was like 3 lots that hadn't been developed and were still full of trees. But to us, that was like you know going to I don't know the Smoky Mountains and hanging out. We had all kinds of adventures to. Polar bears and babies. Let's not cause trouble. Um, so anyway, that was a little more ranty, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to get either down or anything. It's just very much on it. you talk to people, everybody's like, "Man, this weather is awesome. Aren't you loving it?" But we're we're in trouble. It's like talking about traffic in around some of the major cities and things like that. But what I really wanted to talk about, we're gonna park here for a second because one thing we're gonna do, and I'm not gonna show this, but I'd at least like to have a target. So what I'm typing in is Minecraft Azalea. I talked about that yesterday. How Azalea tree. I was confusing magnolias and azaleas. All right, all I want to do is look at the biomes that azalea trees can spawn. Generation. Oak trees with azalea leaves generate. Oh, what? I hate the banner ads that move the text. On any empty space above a lush cave, including in biomes that are not grassy or underground. They are the only plants in Minecraft that have subterranean roots. We know about all that. Consist, that reach all the way down to the lush cave at the cavern systems such as ravines and magma. Trees appear most commonly at the surface, but they can also generate inside caves if there's enough room. And then we can grow them. So that basically tells me that we aren't doing anything we shouldn't have already been doing. They can be in any biome, I guess, weather or otherwise. Well, that didn't help, but I want to make sure we weren't. So we just gotta keep our eyes peeled. And that makes these forests probably the toughest to watch for them because of all, obviously, just the other trees. And I kind of assume as we're going here that it would be like a big oak tree for the azaleas, but I don't know that that's necessarily the case. So, the other thing I did want to talk about, in addition to the wonderful, pleasant weather that's a little scary, is that we're kind of getting back into holiday fever mode and all that. And so while this video 231 perhaps, I haven't looked today. I kind of each day when I put up a first video, I'm like, all right, where are we at? And then I am okayly decent. Okayly? Is that a deal? Fairly decent at remembering throughout the rest of any multiple videos that I load that day. Okay, yeah, I would need to have, you know, I've done the last one I did was one Mark 4, and then this one would be 5. If that's a 20 or a 30 or whatever. I don't know. guess we just keep going east. Let's go down here, out as far as we can. So yeah, we're in holiday mode, and holiday mode will soon mean a lot of safety pre-recorded episodes, and then others that pop up in sequence. And this weekend, today being Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday is going to be probably a little teaser of that. I'm going to record a couple episodes today. I am going to air this one. So today, Friday, December 3rd, this video goes up. No question. Then I will have one, maybe two, depending on the amount of time I have, and that's why I'm up early and getting a start on this. I have another one in the can and, basically scheduled, ready to go for tomorrow. And another, ideally, that I have pre-recorded and set up ready to go on Sunday. The reason for all that, we got Temple up here. I see the Guardian. The reasons we're doing that are because I have stuff going on tonight with friends. Pretty excited about that. Hoping I don't get any new variants of COVID. I get my booster dose of my vaccine here in the next week, so that's coming up. Preparation for traveling over the holidays, and then tomorrow on Saturday there is a noon basketball game up in Boulder, so I'm hoping to go see that and enjoy it. But that's a tough time, right? Maybe I get back. There's no way I can record early. Oh, is that a double temple? Huh? Okay. Well, we are just pulling all this in, huh? Okay. Here I was thinking this was a little island, but no, those guardians are just slowing down the generation. Keep an eye out for azalea trees, I guess, mixed in. They would stand out there. Again, I love that the mossy cobble is. I think it's fair for us to say it's more plentiful, but also way more visible in the new 1.18 version of old taiga biome. All right, so that did seemingly remain a island. Let's go along the edge of it here as we're about ready for evening. Just see what we see. Maybe get lucky. Ship. Ship on shore. I saw somebody had a ship like planted in the side of a cliff. We found one that was not on any really visible shore. That was kind of entertaining. Man, this would have been a great early thing. We could have gotten carrots and moss. Moss may become a lot more common too. We'll grab that just to. I forget. Usually we're underwater and distracted here. Are there beds in boats? Guess we've got one. Sure the former captain won't mind that we nap here. It's hot and good. Okay, don't forget our bed. Now, yeah, this is about as put together a boat as we've seen. I guess there's a little break here. No, that didn't really. Why is that not? We're doing boat improvements. Like if we did that, then all of this goes together. Now here's where we really want to be. Sneaky dirt trying to hide the treasure. There we go. Some goodies. We'll maybe go follow this map as we go. Just something to do. Now, we need to go south, mainly west, though. So straight back. And who knows how far south to get there. So we should get a river if we go down far enough. Maybe we'll find a mansion too. This could change the whole everything. So this is what I'm saying. It could be really tough to spot. There could be the azalea, not magnolia, trees in here, and we just would never know. It's still not on the map. Okay, anyway, so the schedule and all that. So yeah, basketball game middle of the day tomorrow. I don't know what, if any, time to record I'll have, so I want to have that set up. And then coming out of that game is a big Broncos game, and at somewhere along the way, I gotta kind of start getting ready for. I'm just yeah okay. So this was right. I'm just freely assuming that we're in the right inlet here. We are. I guess we're not over far enough yet for this. And I think we'll be close enough here. All these trees, now that I know they could be, the azaleas could be hiding anywhere. A little more quick to stop and look. There it is. Get rid of this first. All right. Before we forget all this, we can do our first inventory reset of the game. Doesn't feel like quite as much of a feat when you're on the sand. To spot the. Oh man, we should have done this. Done this a little better. Why? Alright. This. Keep those. No, we wanted that dirt. Sorry, we're resetting here after the evening. Kind of getting close enough, but I don't think we're ever going to have enough to really make us take note. think that stuff's all treasury. I think we're going to leave these partial water breathings. Okay, so that was that. Fish. Didn't I just grab more stuff? Whatever. Increasingly, there's fewer places for this to hide. These could have gone in that box. The coffee hasn't fully kicked in yet, in case you haven't noticed. All right, so we do have some iron in here as well. I think that works out okay, right? And then, since we're down in this hole, let's just do this, 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 that. And then I'm so excited about the tree. Where's the tree? Don't lose it. Okay, before we do that though, let's get this map. This is gonna end up being a kind of special map. I can already see the tree there, but I'm wondering if maybe we mark it with gold blocks for framing. Because this map is the best map. Assuming this all works the way I think it will, and we go into a lush cave. Find all kinds of goodness down there. Mainly we need it for a biome. Right? That's the first thing. Close. Alright, there we go. This. And since we know that some caves are around, we don't really want to fall in a hole. Let's trade you and you. Oh, all right. Did we finish up all the scheduling plans? So yes, I'll be recording up hopefully episodes enough to have one for each of the days. Now, if I find I have more time today, or um, uh, you know, get back after that baseball game or basketball game. Don't go out and do anything with friends. Just hey, we went to a noon basketball game. We got back here, 4 o'clock or something like that, and called it good. Well, then I would certainly have time for another episode. And if I do that, all right, now map out. Oh, those don't really show up, do they? Bet they will if we take that out. No? Again, whatever. I was hoping we'd have a cool little marker, but I'll just have to remember somehow. Yeah, right. All right, let's reset one more time. This is our special map. It's now all filled in, and we don't need our gold anymore. And then here, don't need sand. We're gonna need that in just a moment. We probably will want some more torches. Goods, right? Goods or torches? Not really, but I don't know if this is just me uh, not having full coffee effect or what's going on. Oh, shoot. Whatever. Put that away. I don't know how much we're gonna actually find to. I want to dig into. All right. Let's go outside the sand. We don't know how deep this is, right? So, mm, here. So excited. Ooh. I know that's sandstone, but I still want sand coming down on our heads. Yeah. Feels a little tight, doesn't it? Let's go one more. Uh, okay. Now, this may be all the way out to our river. Doesn't even have a linked spot there. Does any of this look particularly lush? I don't think we're that far over yet. Let's go. Okay, are these roots? We know at some point along the way we're going to hit the root dirt that goes down. I just figured because it was sitting in the middle of sand, we'd try to get below. Oh, before we do anything else, let's put down multiple ender chests. That was not part of the plan. Let's get our silk touch shovel out. Put this one away. All right. Because at some point here, we're going to maybe find these root dirts. And that would be a new block for us. How far back were we? Pretty far. Well, kind of far. $140,990. 140,90. Still got 15 blocks or so. There we go. Let's get some light. Okay. So get rid of this. So see, these are a little different. Here's dirt, and this is like lighter dirt. And I'd seen this on, I guess, that earliest of videos. But here we go. So this is what we talked about, and here it is, rooted dirt. That's what it is. So these apparently just grow down from any of those surface azalea trees in these kind of random tendrily root-like patterns to wherever that cave may exist. And according to what we just looked at, they may not be above ground at all. I'm just trying to grab up a bunch of these since we've never had them. And like for a little sod house and stuff like that, they could be a good decorative block. So we'll kind of have to play it by ear with stuff like this water. Let's see, and maybe there has to be water in front of, or above, above every lush thing, because I know there's dripstone caves and lush caves, but I'm assuming that the lush caves have some dripstone and some moisture because they're lush. Oh, this is I don't mind the water here. I just want to make sure we can get back out of it. That's going to take care of that. Now, these, get top off our air here while we can. Okay, we're back into a different, drier cave system. I don't know quite how we want to manage this. This would take a ton of dirt to dry out. The granite intermixed with the rooted dirt is fairly annoying. Also annoying that we're already seeing possible issues with it's an odd little air pocket. Are all of these... Nope. Okay, so we're clear of the water source, at least for now. We've reached a point where I think we'll just figure out our exit strategy. Let's get there first, right? Oh. We're getting... Duh! So we are still in beach, but we're not really under the glow vines yet either. Wait, I thought... Birch forest. I thought this was gonna get us a biome. Is that a lily pad? It's a big drip leaf. Okay, we also need to... do a bit of resetting here. Let's get some light. Alright. Oh no. We got plenty of rooted dirt now. We've got plenty of dirt now. And stone. Let's put the dirt away and opt for stone instead. May need that to get out of here. Coal we can put away. No room now. Okay, so let's... well, we can just keep these going. So this, gotta put these drip leaves in. And then I want to pull these torches again. No! Oh, you jerk. come on. Won't be it. Get rid of that for a moment. Okay, now I got all the boxes back. Let's go try to put this light perimeter back in. We get it. You're creepers, and I'm in a new biome, and you're punishing me for trying to enjoy it. I understand. You're fun haters. All right. Ooh, is that growing up while we're standing here? That's kind of cool. Let's not lose this. All right, we were trying to figure out torches. I think we're going to use these heavily. Hang on to that for the time being. Now this can get put into here. All right, let's explore. And again, we hope. Now, if I do that, okay, that takes everything. But I did get multiple drip leaves. I like the light of. Can't put torches there. Can't put torches on any moss. Seems. I'm a little. Where'd that other one go? I know there's two of you. Oh, did you go all the way around, or are you somebody else? If so, props for your persistence, bud. Alright. Oh, there's an axolotl there. I also saw what I thought was maybe a little zombie. Skelly. Oh, there's more over there. He's one of those speedy arrow guys. Alright. So. Ooh. You're destroying nature. We just spent the first part of the session talking about how much we love nature. Creepers gotta go and blow up in it. See you. Okay, so the bad news. Oh, there is lush caves. All right, see the biome there? Lush caves. So we did find it. I don't know what the deal was with the other side there, but yeah, all this is lush caves. So again, wait, now that does let me place a torch? It's kind of better. Yeah, so just finicky on where it is. And sadly, that means we are still missing one that I have no idea what it is. Biome that is. So this is all just regular dirt. Game did not like putting him in the lava. All right, don't let that creeper come up behind me. Is he gone? He is gone. Okay. Ooh, and then we got a whole kind of mini ravine over here. Very nice. For anybody worried about the whole light level 0 thing, I think they kind of knew what they were doing and balanced that well by having these spaces open to let lots of mobs come. Hi, Enderman. Come up into the area. So, there's stuff. I'm just gonna escape for a second. Drink some coffee while we try to let the world catch back up again. Couple big snags. And I'm a little torn on these lavas. Because they give us lots of light. So I guess we'll just make a bridge. Kind of like that. Wow, this does, it's patchy, but it does go on and on, doesn't it? This seems very dangerous. Look at all this drip leaf. Is that what it was? Now, what do we want these for? Can we climb up them? I mean, I assume they drip? Like, can we... Oh, what's that? Oh, so they can kind of be like... Wait a minute. All right, hold on. So that hits, and then can we... No. I wanted them to be like little jump ramps. So they can parkour, though, right? You just got to move quick. All right, Skelly, I'm trying to figure stuff out here, dude. I know I've complained about this particular one before, so I don't want to go into a big old rant about it, but dude, if we walk into a mob that's on fire from our arrows or their lack of ability to wear sunscreen, any of that kind of stuff, we immediately catch on fire and take fire damage, right? Seems reasonable and fine. Mobs, if they fall into lava or go out in the sun because they can't wear sunscreen or anything else, they catch on fire. And see, then they burn. So if we just walk up, we're on fire, right? And maybe that's because he hit us, but I think it's just I mean, now that it's all ongoing, I want to kind of keep looking around the edges. Also, are we deep now? We're at -8. Okay. Man, I love this stuff though. It's awesome. Yeah, if we can catch a Skelly on fire, I'll try to just walk into him, but I think he will catch me on fire without shooting the arrows, although it may be tough to... Wow, excuse me. Out of nowhere. Tried to move the mic, got partially done. Maybe up here is what I'm hearing. Hey, this almost looks like old caves. A little bit old cavey. Just a taste. Yeah, so maybe I'm rethinking my rant. Maybe they just always hit, so that's why we always get caught on fire. And that's their, whether it's even if we're up close, they're shooting arrows at us, or the zombies are just always swinging because they're on fire. That's how it transfers instead of just contact. But point remains, whether they do or they don't pass that to one another, right? If a uh-oh, there was a torch on the wall here. If two zombies pass each other or stand next to each other and one of them is on fire, that fire doesn't spread. That's the part that seems like it's a deal. I'm going to grab more of these because I don't... So I can see how this would be very cool, right? The tips, you can jump on them and stand for just a moment, and then the tops fall, right? Everybody clear on that? Probably. So like we can stand and then we'll fall eventually, but for just a moment we can walk over them. Oh, wait. But how do you regulate? Like, so you could put up like a, kind of a Mario course, right? Of parkour stuff, where you jump up and mobs. Not only can they not follow you immediately, but they probably wouldn't move fast enough. The little baby zombies probably could, but the others wouldn't. But how do we control how tall they grow so that we always have the right height to do that? Is it just knowing that they'll always be this much? So, a long story short, we want to grab a bunch of these so that we can kind of do some experimenting. Find out. And we're going to wait. I haven't done anything with the laptop since this morning other than just pulling this up. You guys, you know who you are. didn't really even have brand new comments from overnight. So to all the India and European friends out there, you know, definitely folks have come in and said hello in the past, and that's all I could ever really ask for. But you guys are you're still welcome to come back and comment more. I always enjoy it, and love making new friends from all over the place. So don't be shy. And I gotta say, I know it's kind of predictable in uh, the days around the new release, but there have been so many of you folks coming in here. Absolutely awesome. So cool. Thank you all so much. I hope you're enjoying. And for anybody who is new, definitely use those comments as a chance to just say hi. Let me know you stopped by, especially if you're playing 118 as well and might have stuff out there to share with others. I'd love to, follow back on the comments and see who's out there. Get a chance to say hello when I can. Like I said, next couple days that's going to be a little tough. We're going to be pretty busy. Let's come up in this corner because I have a feeling we've already gone. Yeah, it's only an hour and 12 minutes. It was a lush cave, all right? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Thank you all so much. The comments were well timed there. You all absolutely rock, and I'm so happy to see y'all coming by. Take care of yourselves, and come on back and see us again. Like I said, this one's going to be up today, December 3rd. The next video I record, I'm currently going to schedule out for tomorrow, so that if I get 0 minutes of time to say hi, you guys will still have stuff to watch. I'm going to try to get another one in after that. Do the same thing. Then if I come back and get a chance to record like tomorrow night, we'll just shift all these around a little bit. And so I'd move those up and then, keep any going kind of in sequence so that there's always a couple extra. I don't know if that's how I'm going to do it in the holidays, though. We'll just have to figure it all out. So bear with me as we kind of see how we play in order. But y'all take care and have a good beginning of your weekend or all of your weekend. I hope it goes wonderfully. Hope you're having fun in Minecraft. If you aren't playing it for any reason, I strongly recommend get out there, update your version, and start exploring, see all this fun new stuff to go out and play in and build in and all the rest. Take care, though, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.